You wanted him silent, so he stopped speaking. You wanted him small, so he disappeared. You wanted him broken, so he shattered. But here's what you never understood. He didn't stay that way. What crawled back from that darkness wasn't the boy you buried. It wasn't the soul you mocked. It wasn't the man you thought you killed. It was something else. Something colder, sharper, stronger. He's not angry anymore. He's not lost. He's rewired, refined, reborn. And now, he doesn't ask for space. He takes it. So if you see him again and wonder what happened to the soft voice, the kind eyes, the open hands, just remember, this is the monster you asked for.
They didn't stab me in the back. They smiled while they did it. Said they loved me while building the fire they planned to burn me in. And I stood there, still, trusting, blind, because I believed them, because I thought pain had limits, because I didn't think they'd go that far. But they did. They tore me apart not to win, just to watch me fold. They didn't need a reason. They just needed a target. And I was quiet, kind, open, so they made me their game. And I let them, until the moment I stopped caring what breaking felt like, until I stopped seeing pain as punishment and started seeing it as permission. That's when the fire started, not outside me, inside. And once it caught, there was no putting it out. I didn't try to escape the dark. I sat in it, let it close around me, let it whisper what the world was too scared to say. There were no masks down here, no pretending, just pain, raw and unfiltered. And me, finally alone enough to hear my own voice through the noise they left behind. I wasn't healing, I wasn't recovering, I was changing. Every second in the cold made my skin thicker. Every breath in the silence made my focus sharper. I stopped needing light, started seeing through shadows, because the dark didn't lie to me. It didn't betray me. It told the truth. It said, "You don't belong to them anymore." And I believed it. Not because I had hope, but because I had nothing else. And that's when I became dangerous. Because a man with nothing left is a man you can't predict. A man who learns to breathe in shadows is a man you can't follow. I stopped reacting, started calculating. They wanted chaos. I gave them structure. They wanted a meltdown. I gave them a blueprint. Every insult, filed. Every betrayal, cataloged. Every weakness they thought they exposed, reinforced. I didn't rise screaming. I rose silent, with purpose in my bones, with strategy in my breath. I wasn't rushing to prove them wrong. I was building something they wouldn't understand until it was too late. I trained different, not harder, smarter. I stopped chasing strength and became the storm that erases it all. This isn't rage. This is precision. They made a mistake. They thought pain made me unpredictable. But pain made me methodical. I don't lash out. I lay traps. I don't roar. I whisper right before the world ends. I don't hide the scars. I wear them, not as decoration, as declaration. Every one of them was a lesson, a contract. A silent agreement between me and the suffering that built me. You think I flinch because it hurts? I lean in. I feed off it. Because pain stopped being punishment the moment I stopped running. Now it's fuel. Now it's form. You call it brutal. I call it home. I walk slower now. Not because I'm cautious, but because I control the rhythm. I don't chase power. I radiate it. It leaks from my silence. It drips from my stillness. And when I move, everything else waits. I'm not the loudest in the room, but I'm the one they all feel before they speak. I'm not interested in proving anything. I became everything they feared I could. This isn't vengeance, this is dominance, and it's only the beginning. I remember what it felt like to care, to hope, to need. It made me soft, made me predictable, made me human. And I buried it, not because it was wrong, because it was weak. I don't feel guilt, I feel gravity. The weight of who I had to become so no one could ever unmake me again. I don't ask why, I ask how far. I don't flinch, I calculate. There's no warmth left in my eyes. Only fire kept on a leash tight enough to burn through steel but never get loose. This isn't apathy, it's control. This isn't numbness, it's focus. I don't lose sleep over enemies. They lose sleep over me. Because I've become what they whispered I might. Not the man they hoped I'd be. The monster they feared I could become. I don't soften, I sharpen. And now I don't need peace. I am the consequence. I don't chase enemies. I define them. Not with threats, with presence. You don't have to like me. You just have to understand. I'm not moving. I don't need to explain myself. The results speak louder than your screams ever could. They called me unapproachable. Good. They called me cold. Better. Because when you stand for nothing, you fall for everyone. But me, I built a kingdom on the bones of my hesitation. I rule with silence, with stare, with the certainty that nothing you say can change what I've become. I'm not the product of pain. I'm the architect of it. I don't echo your fear. I invent it. And now, when you see me, when you hear my name, it's not anger you'll feel. It's certainty that you're standing in the shadow of something you can't touch, can't move, can't defeat. Not because I'm hiding, but because I don't need to attack to destroy you.
You asked for fire. He became the flame. You asked for silence. He turned it into a weapon. You pushed him expecting a collapse, but all you did was remove his limits. Now he doesn't feel like he used to. Doesn't move like before. Doesn't need what he once begged for. He's not searching for peace. He embodies the reckoning. You thought you'd break him, but you just built something unbreakable. So next time you say you want someone stronger, colder, more focused, remember what you made, and don't you dare act surprised when it stares back and smiles.